Jay will tell you it was his job, but no, he's a hero. You know, being deployed as many times as he was a hero in the fire department. I mean, anybody who shows up for calls, you're a hero. You don't need the recognition. You don't do it for the recognition.
Yeah, it's tough. It's funny, he's got kind of this tough guy persona, right? But see right through that business. So he's a teddy bear.
He had left home right after high school and started his career, and he's turned into the best man in the world.
Welcome to Scheels Hometown Heroes.
Scheels Hometown Heroes is a way for us to say thanks to those that serve our country and our community.
And are still giving back to others today.
We honor your service by sharing your stories.
From all of us at Scheels, thank you for your service.
Hi Jay, my name's Betsy. I'm here with the Mankato Scheels, and we're really excited to present you with this Hometown Hero Award. Thank you for all you do. And then we got a little goodie bag for you, and on your behalf, we are making a donation to the Eagle Lake American Legion, because we know you do a lot with them. So there's that. Yes, thank you. Congratulations.
So I joined the Army in January 1985, January 31st, and I retired November 30th, 2019. So I was 2 months shy of 35 years, 34 years, 10 months.
And of course, he was raised with a father who was full-time National Guard.
So that's all I knew. He worked out at Camp Grafton, North Dakota, my whole childhood life. He actually retired shortly after I warrant officer in 2004, so most of my adult life my dad was in the military, but I was a maintenance guy, so I was fixing the trucks, but I had to be licensed on all the vehicles, so I got to drive a lot of the stuff too. They take me on convoys and we drive into Bosnia and deliver tanks and armored personnel carriers and supplies and trucks and you name it. So that was basically my first two deployments, not really combat. And then my first combat deployment was 06, 07, I went to Iraq. I ran a shop, I had about 40 people. One shop was a maintenance shop, the bulk of my soldiers. We fixed blown up trucks. They bring us a truck that was hit up by an IED and we tear it down to as far as we could, weld it back together, put a new engine, front end, whatever we had to put in it, fix the armor, and send it back to the unit that it came from. And my second deployment was 2010-11, I went to Afghanistan. I was in charge of 47 contractors and 2,600 contractors that worked for them contracts. And I supported all of southern Afghanistan with equipment. So if you were Canadian, British, American, Bulgarian, and you needed equipment, you came and saw me and we issued the equipment to you. And then my last deployment was 2016-17, and that was my last deployment. When I lived in Pine Island, I lived one house away from the fire department. I applied. I'd lived there for 6 years, didn't know a lot of people. I figured this would be one way to get back to the community and two, to get to know people. And I did that for 13 years.
Even during that time that he was firefighter, he was also coaching his kids' teams. So he volunteer coached for football, softball, wrestling. He did really love being a firefighter, and the downfall is once we got together, that job scared me worse than the military. Whereas with the fire calls and stuff, you don't know what they're getting into or how often or, you know, that type of thing. It could be an everyday thing.
When you get on the fire truck or a rescue rig, the loved ones don't know if you're coming home after the call. There are dangerous calls, there are dangerous road calls, you know, icy accident, highway accidents. There's a lot of worry for a family.
He's an amazing patriot. I mean, I think that's obvious, right? That's part of the reason you're here and we're doing this today. Loves his country, loves his family, loves his friends, and I'm fortunate to have him as a friend.
I guess the main thing is stand behind your soldier, your firefighter, and be there for them because they go through a lot and sometimes they need to talk to somebody. So be their support.